Oxygen levels dropped from 20% to 5% in just a couple months. All vegetation completely died. After a while, even the seas began to disappear. People tried to unite, but the desire to get the rest of the oxygen forced people to fight each other. Brooklyn, New York, 2039. Darius, dressed in a special suit, is cleaning the solar panels on the roof of his house. A bracelet shows that the oxygen level has dropped to 20%. Darius says he needs 2 more minutes, after which he will return to the building. Darius puts his hand up to the pipe to check that the air purification is working properly. In the meantime, his father is investigating the bookstore. The floor turns out to be rotten, and the man falls through. His suit rips, and the artificial intelligence notices the rapid drop in blood oxygen. Oxygen deprivation begins. Darius hears his screams and runs to help. He can't drag him downstairs, so he goes up to the second floor and lifts him up. During this time, the man is dead. A little later, he returns to his hiding place. Darius says that his father died today. His wife Maya and daughter Zora live with him. Darius wants to bury him next to his mother. Maya thinks it's too dangerous. Her grave is 8 kilometers from the refuge, which is about a 7-hour journey. Darius explains that they have been living in this bunker for 3 years. In that time, they haven't seen any other people. The next day, he checks the computer and realizes that there is a serious error in the oxygen system. Darius grabs his head and tries to figure out how he can save his family. He then takes a tank of air, and before leaving, he asks his daughter to check the generator and take care of her mother while he is gone. Once in the elevator, Darius puts on his mask and steps onto the surface. At the time, Zora didn't yet know that this was the last time she would see Darius. She was 12 when the world was destroyed. Her father was considered crazy. He predicted the end of the world, but no one listened to him. So Darius used his own money to build a shelter for his family. 5 months later, Zora has begun to move outside the shelter. She explores the nearby clothing stores. Maya doesn't like her daughter wasting her time and asks to go back to the shelter. Maya thinks about Darius every day, just as Zora does. She constantly talks to him on the radio, hoping he will answer her. In her free time, Maya is experimenting with growing plants, and the best specimens sit on the surface. In case Maya dies, she teaches her daughter how to use the computer. At lunch, the girl says that tomorrow she will go looking for her father. Maya tries to convey that she tried to find him, but it didn't work out. Zora replies that since she hasn't found the body, he might still be alive. And they've been trying to grow a plant on the surface for 3 years now, but all the soil is dead. Tomorrow, Duo notices other survivors. Duo hides as quickly as possible. They somehow find out about the bunker and ask to be let in. One of the survivors has a weapon, causing Maya to ask to stay away from them. Just as suddenly, the robot says that the oxygen has dropped to 50%. A survivor notices this and asks to come out of hiding. Her name is Tess, and her partner is Lucas. Lucas notices the occupants of the bunker pushing Tess and taking away her weapon. Lucas asks not to be afraid of them, but the duo run into the bunker and lock the door. Tess explains that they are peaceful people. There are 25 other people living with them in a Philadelphia bunker 150 km away. Their air filtration system broke down. They tried to fix it, but it didn't work. There's only 1 week's worth of air left. She also knows Darius because they used to work together. However, Maya knows everyone Darius has worked with, and Tess is not one of them. She also says that Darius isn't here and will probably never come back. To their surprise, Tess calls them by name and asks to be let into the bunker so she can inspect the air filter. Maya doesn't believe them and thinks they are trying to take the bunker away. Zora mutes the sound and tries to convince Mother that they need Tess in case she really did work with Darius and can recreate the device. After a couple minutes, the door to the bunker opens. Tess once again says that she worked with Darius and Lucas protects her. Maya orders Lucas to be tied up, but the rope breaks. Maya throws another rope, then asks him to lie on the ground. Lucas keeps snapping at her, even though Tess tells him to shut up. Suddenly, another survivor appears with a gun. Maya and Zora open fire, but the man pushes Zora into the bunker. Maya runs after him and closes the door. The man no longer resists and is tied to a table. Tess apologizes for not telling about the presence of the other man. Micah yells that he thought his friends were being held hostage and tried to rescue them. Tess states that she will investigate the device any way she can, and if they don't get help, someone could get hurt. She then unties Lucas and asks him to bring the drill. A couple minutes later, the alarm goes off and the cameras are taped shut. But the sound of the drill can still be heard. Zora realizes that the drill must be battery-operated and creates a device capable of breaking electronics through the wall. So Tess comes up with Plan B and turns off the solar panels, and she pumps carbon dioxide through the pipes. 5 minutes to critically low oxygen levels. Micah starts to die. Zora gives him a mask and asks him to answer her questions. He swears he didn't kill Darius. Tess really did work alongside Darius, and they are not evil people. At that time, Maya goes up on the roof and opens fire. Tess sees this as a chance to get into the bunker. She orders Lucas to catch Maya while she covers for him. Lucas distracts the woman and Tess knocks Maya out. Micah unties his hands and takes the shotgun, but he still can't open the door since he doesn't know the code. The injury causes Micah to lose consciousness and die. Zora is tied up and can't get up, and the key card is left in the bunker. Maya remembers that there is another key card, but it is far away from here. Tess will share the oxygen if Maya will take them to the key card. There is an electric car next to the bunker. Maya charges it every month. Before leaving, Maya tells Zora that she is fine and will be back soon. A little later, Maya tells her that Darius didn't come back, and when she tried to look for him, she found a note. Darius realizes that he made a mistake with the carbon dioxide purifiers. The generator in the bunker can only sustain 2 people, which caused him to sacrifice himself for his family. He believed Zora could fix it. Maybe Tess can speed it up. The daughter doesn't know about it. After a while, they get to Darius's body. He had an extra key. Just as suddenly, the car runs out of power and Maya's leg is injured. Tess orders her to hand over the key and they point guns at each other. Tess explains that Maya is hurt and there isn't much oxygen left. Tess swears that she will take care of Zora. Maya thinks it over and hands over the key and names the code to the door. After a while, Tess makes it to town and they enter the bunker. Zora asks where her mother is. Tess says the car didn't start, but Maya is still alive. Zora notices her father's key. Tess has to tell her that Darius sacrificed himself for his family. But Tess will go back for Maya. She just needs to refill the tanks. However, Lucas asks her to forget about Maya and fulfill from the mission. Tess still wants to help Maya, but Lucas is willing to eliminate Zora, so she has no reason to help Maya. Tess has to open the device, and she's not sure if she'll be able to recreate the device. Lucas orders her to start thinking. Tess laughs and admits that she didn't know Darius and learned about the place from the radio when Zora was trying to contact Darius. Even if she could figure it out, that generator can only support 2 people. Lucas immediately shoots up and starts looking around his new place, and Zora has to show him how it works. Turns out Maya is still alive and waiting for the car to charge from the solar panels. There's only 52 minutes of oxygen left. Suddenly she notices something amazing, a small plant that has managed to sprout. She takes off her mask and takes a couple breaths. Lucas cleans up the bodies and gets himself some food. Zora doesn't understand why he's willing to abandon his bunker. Lucas replies that he's just resigned to their demise. The alarm goes off. Zora says that periodically the cables come loose and they have to reconnect them. Lucas reduces the oxygen tank to 9 minutes and lets Zora outside. Turns out it was Maya who took out the wire so Zora could go outside. Zora tells what happened during the time she was gone. Lucas doesn't answer the door. Maya gives up her mask and disconnects the wire again so Lucas can go outside. Maya fires a few shots and takes the key card. With his last strength, Lucas locks the door and enters the bunker. He asks to be given oxygen. The duo hides in the airlock. The hydrogen level is too high, causing an explosion when Lucas fires. Their bunker is completely destroyed, and the duo go to the shelter where Tess came from. But as soon as they get to the entrance, they lose consciousness. Maya comes to her senses already in the bunker. There are indeed many other survivors here. Their leader says that Zora has already fixed the device. And tomorrow, everyone starts planting the plant that was able to sprout. Let us know what you think of the movie in the comments. We'll be right back. Bye.